Hey, what is up, gamers? Enforcer 5150 here, and we have an update for Throne of Liberty, update 1.3.0, and yeah, there is some downtime here. We have a downtime beginning at 10:30 p.m. On October 16th, and it will go about 6 hours. So let's just go into these patch notes of what we're expected to see in this update. Anyway, we're moving on to the general things. Character deletion wait time is now 24 hours after initiating deletion of a character. Now, I haven't tried this myself, so I don't know what it was before, but 24 hours seems like a pretty reasonable amount of time to make sure that you're sure about, deleting your character that you may have worked a long time on. Server transfer cooldowns are now displayed on the server transfer window. Very good to have. The server transfer cooldown has been increased to 30 days between transfers, and the server free transfer ticket promotion has ended. So now you will have to actually pay if you want to transfer between servers. It wasn't working for myself or Cluster D. We tried to do it at the beginning. We were on a server and we needed to get in the same server as Raven 420, and it wasn't letting us transfer, so we just started new characters. We were only at like level 20 at the time, so it really didn't matter that much. But that is kind of a long time to wait between transfers, but it's just to make sure that you're not just, server hopping around all over the place constantly, and you have to pay if you're gonna go server hopping and then you have to wait 30 days. But anyway, let's move on to the actual gameplay changes we have to look forward to. Dynamic events. We have improved reward for all dynamic event modes to better match the effort made by players during the event. Guilds. We have hunt type guild contracts, to beat various monsters when you kind of do those certain, just monsters that you have to kill, and you'll get your guild contract done. It says that now you can now only be initiated once per day. If completion carries over into a new day, a new contract will become immediately available. So before you finish a contract, and then you could go ahead and start another guild contract, and I kind of like that, but I get why they're doing it this way. It kind of sucks because it does make it a little bit harder for guilds to level up. So like guild progress will be hit a little bit by this, because you can't just hammer through a whole bunch of them and then just do the next one and the next one and the next one to start leveling up, power leveling your guild basically. Anyway, that's not bad, but I'm not a fan of it, obviously. I like having a little bit extra guild progression just kind of going through. But anyway, guilds. Also, we have when leaders leave a guild, leadership reassignment now checks in order of the highest available guild rank. So highest available guild contribution, and then longest guild membership time. So like if you have an advisor and then a guardian, if you leave as a guild leader, your next advisor that was been there the longest will be the next leader, and then if that person goes, the guardian that's been there the longest will leave, and then if that guardian leaves, the member that has been there the longest will become the leader of the guild. Not bad progression, or I should say reassignment, as if someone leaves the guild. All right, moving on to quests. Here we have the terrific trio of Carmine Forest corrected the map indicators for the quest area. I haven't seen that one. Arena players no longer rejoin completed arena matches. We also have crafting, which adjusted the crafting materials for rare blank lithograph recipes. These no longer differentiate between epic and precious enchanted ink, and simply use enchanted ink as a material. Rename precious enchanted ink. That's nice to have. Definitely we needed something like that so that we don't just have too many things. I think they have way too many different parts to our crafting, and I think they should simplify some of those parts myself. And this is like literally one of the ones that I was thinking of that needed to be simplified. Fishing improved the hook animation while fishing. My personal opinion, they need to remap the entire fishing, because I do not like it. I can just say I downright hate it. I've been I've been thinking about going back and and doing my fishing, but yeah, it is my least favorite thing about this game is how the fishing is set up. So take it as you will. They have new animation. I'll probably look at it and still not like the fishing that much. Anyway, customization. Adjusted some character customization options to keep eyes safely behind eyelids. Okay. Whatever that means. Tutorial. Fix an issue where players could become blocked by logging out during the morph portion of the tutorial. Nice that they have that fixed. All right, we're going to move on to dungeons, which this part is pretty interesting. I must say. A new matchmaking option will now allow players to join a randomized dungeon from all available options and more easily fill groups. Players could previously only queue for specific dungeons. Now that is nice to have because, like it says, we were only able to select like one. Like if you wanted to do, the lower level ones, Spectre's Abyss, you could just queue for that, and then that was it. That's the only one that you could do the matchmaking on. Now people would be able to queue for a randomized dungeon, making it more easy for people to actually get into groups. And that's kind of why it would take a long time for some people to actually get in a group, because someone would have to actually queue up for that specific dungeon as your tank, DPS, or heals. This way we should see a lot more quicker turnaround times when it comes to matchmaking. I do like this option. Definitely nice to have. They also increased the bonus health points and damage buff applied when matchmaking dungeon groups from 5 to 10%. Now I like having the little buff, but it makes me feel like I'm doing better than I normally would when I go in there with the a matchmaking. I look at my health and I'm like, oh, nice. Now I'm gonna have even more if I go in matchmaking. I don't think they should give that much of a buff. I think 5% was plenty. It's just my personal opinion, just because you still want people to try to work together, and you're promoting people to do matchmaking rather than do their normal guild runs and stuff like that. You kind of want to promote the guild runs a little bit more. It's personal opinion. Again, take it as you will. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, moving on to adjusted matchmaking logic to attempt to form groups of similar power progression more consistently. Now this part I agree but don't agree with. People do get really antsy about gear scores if you're one of the old school World of Warcraft, or even newer school, I should say, where gear score becomes the primary thing of everything. You must be 2.2k to be in this group and stuff like that. It goes along the lines of promoting ultra elites and stuff like that in gameplay, where it should be more about the mechanics, the gameplay, and the teamwork that you have with other players. That's another personal opinion of mine, but still I think that it's nice that they're trying to keep similar power progression together. But if someone accidentally gets into another one, let's say they're only like 2.1k and everybody else is in there at 2.4, they're gonna be like, what the heck? Right now I don't think there is a way that you can exactly see what someone else's power is. So as long as it's still like that, we're good. When we had WoW come out with add-ons where you can see someone else's score, yeah, it just caused so many issues, and made a toxic toxic environment there. But anyway, moving on. Last part of the dungeons is party members can no longer be kicked from the party during active boss encounters. Now this is a good one. I don't care who you are, what you say, that one has to stay in. I'm glad they put it in there, because you should never kick someone during a boss encounter. It's just it's spiteful. Just wipe and then kick the person, if you're doing that badly. But if you're getting the one where someone is doing whatever, just wipe. I mean, there's not a big deal of wiping halfway through. It's not like you're going to get another person in before the boss encounter finishes. So that is kind of dumb. That's why I like only playing with my guild when possible. All right, moving on to localization. Corrected a tool tip Text error for the crossbow, quickfire, damage increase, and skill specialization. Corrected a tooltip error for the staff, passive ability, mana amp that incorrectly switched the HP, the mana values. No, I haven't used any of these yet, so I have not seen it myself. But good to have that they fixed those. Precious skill growth. Books now properly indicate whether they upgrade active or passive. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I did notice that. Corrected a tooltip error for the one, corrupted magic circle, decaying touch, skill specialization that claimed the skill applied to multiple targets when it does not. It doesn't? I thought it did. I thought the corrupted magic circle did, because I mean, it sounds like it would. So I don't know. I haven't done much wand, so I wouldn't know personally. Anyway, applied localization updates, including the correction of several untranslated strings. Oh, okay. Is that like when the bosses say random stuff? Because I think that's supposed to be like that. I thought it was supposed to be like it. I don't know. All right, moving on to the UI. So our user interface updates, we do have quite a bit here. It looks like guild contracts. Time to next contract now displays more reliably after completing guild contracts. Amatoy morph menus selected. The only view favorites options no longer cuts off at the bottom of the UI in some instances. I think I've seen that myself. Party board, various bug fixes related to awkward or incorrect behavior of the party board display. We also have join requests now show the character's weapon types and guild information. Oh, okay. So it shows their guild information and weapon types. And now they're starting to put in the weapon types, but they're not showing, you know, gear scores or anything like that, or power levels. But I thought you could see that already. That's why that kind of confuses me. But anyway, moving on. Manage party display, various bug fixes related to the behavior of the managed party group member UI. Arena, completing weekly missions now display a notification, and the arena UI will display time until the next weekly mission refresh. Now we have relocated the help button at the top right corner across multiple UI windows. Moderation warnings no longer appear on each login once acknowledged. Added details to some connectivity related error messages, and added a button to check name availability when creating or changing character names. I don't like when you create or change your character name. So that's just added a button that you can just check the availability instead of like hitting enter, I guess, when you try to put in there. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, controls. Fix some areas where the Amatoy and morph menus that could not be navigated with the directional pad, and then fishing will no longer be canceled by pressing the B key while in fishing mode. I hate fishing. I hate it. Hopefully they keep working on it. Fix a case where charge abilities could still fire after canceling long press. Yeah, I definitely had that with the greatsword quite a few times. All right, the last thing we have here is PC related, which is temporarily disabled ability to attach file uploads in the character customization or support requests while we improve the file attachment functionality, which means they probably were getting people trying to send them viruses or something like that, so they had to disable it until they could properly scan or stop that from happening. And the rest is just thanks for your support, and we'll see you in Solarium. But yeah, this has been a nice medium update, I would say. Regular update they put it up as, and I do like that they have some decent patch notes to this. They gave they didn't really give like ample time before just kind of throwing it out on everybody. They're just like, because they've been doing a downtime pretty much every other night, I'm noticing. Maybe some nights they've been doing it and I didn't notice, but yeah, they've been doing a lot of updates that they haven't been putting on there. That must not have been, you know, anything significant, just, you know, regular updates and stuff like that. But yeah, this has been pretty good. My guild will probably not be happy about the the changes in the event modes being, you know, once daily and then not being able to go to the next one. But I understand why they did it. They're trying to prevent guilds from just, you know, power leveling up and making them all kind of do other things as well. But yeah, let me know what you think of these patch notes and what we have upcoming. Anyway, that's all we're going to do for this video today. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. You all take care and happy gaming.